Opening verses of the Bible in Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. And here God is introduced to us. But the way in which he's introduced is very significant. I'll read verses 1 and 2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. In that first sentence, we have the mystery of the Godhead in capsule form. It doesn't come out in an English translation. In fact, there's hardly any translation probably that could bring it out. But the words in Hebrew are Bereshit, which means in the beginning, and which is the Hebrew name for Genesis. Bara, which is created, and then Elohim, which is God. But what is very significant is that the Hebrew word for God is plural, Elohim. Im is the plural ending in Hebrew, just like S is in most English words. But bara is singular. So you have this paradox that God is plural, Elohim, but the verb created is singular. And in that way, God, as it were, alerts us to the fact that there's a mystery. God is one, and yet he's more than one. He's plural, he's also singular. And I think it's amazing that this truth, which runs all through the Bible and is unfolded in ever greater detail through the Bible, is there in the first three words of the Bible in the Hebrew text. And then when you look in the next verse, the first actual person of the Godhead, of the total nature of God, the first person that we are introduced to is not the Father, nor the Son, but the Spirit. For it says, the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. The word hovering suggests the activity of a bird. And of course, those of you familiar with the New Testament will recall that when Jesus was baptized in the River Jordan, the Holy Spirit descended upon him in bodily form as a dove. So here we have the picture of the Spirit of God, the third person of the Godhead, moving in creative power on behalf of the Godhead. And then it says in the next verse, God said, let there be light, and there was light. And Psalm 33 verse 6 tells us, by the word of the Lord were the heavens made,